Hello, TheLadyKeziah here. When life breaks you, it's because you are ready to be put together differently. Have you considered that? Let's have another conversation. Hello, my dear one. Life has a way of humbling us. Just when we think we have it all figured out, something happens that shakes us to the core. A loss, a failure, a betrayal, or a moment when everything we built suddenly falls apart. In those moments, we feel broken. We ask, why me? We wonder if we'll ever feel whole again. But what if I told you that when life breaks you, it's not the end, this new beginning, what I call a beautiful disruption? What if life breaks you because you are ready to be put together differently? What if the universe has to throw you out because you've overgrown where you are staying? The breaking is a transformation. Yes, the breaking, many a time, is a transformation. Think about the strongest, most valuable things in life. A diamond is created under intense pressure. A sword is forged in fire. A seed must break apart for a tree to grow. The same is true for you and I. Growth comes through struggle. Strength is built through action. If life is breaking you, it is because you are being reshaped, redefined, rebuilt into someone stronger than before. Let go of the old you. Don't resist this change. One of the hardest things about being broken is letting go of who you used to be. We hold on to old beliefs, old habits, and old versions of ourselves, even when they no longer serve us. That is familiar. But many a time, life forces us to break away from our past so that we can step into our true potential. That job you lost, maybe it was keeping you from pursuing your true passion. That relationship that ended, maybe it was preparing you for a love that truly aligns with you. That failure, maybe it was pushing you toward the greatest lesson of your life. Breaking is not the end of your story. It is the beginning of a new chapter. Why do you put a full stop at where there is supposed to be a comma? You have the power to rebuild. Yes. Here is the truth. Being broken is not a choice, but how you rebuild is. Being broken is not a choice. Sometimes life just happens. But having the capacity to rebuild yourself is a choice, a decision you would have to make. Some people stay in their pain, trapped by the past. But those who rise from their breaking are the ones who learn from their struggles, adapt to change, and use their pain as fuel for something greater. You are not meant to stay sharp. You are meant to rise stronger and wiser than before. Your pain has a purpose. Yes, your pain has a purpose. If you are going through life, or if you are going through a difficult time right now, I want you to remember this. You are not alone, and you are not finished. You are being prepared for something bigger that you might not understand today. It is time that would let you know. You are being broken open so that you can expand into a greater version of yourself. So don't fear the breaking. Embrace it. Trust it. Because one day you would look back and realize that everything you went through was shaping you into exactly who you were meant to be. Yes, very, very soon, you look back and realize that everything you went through was shaping you into exactly who you were meant to be. And that is why, my friends, I always say it's the power of being put together differently that matters. We can be our old selves, thinking and believing to move into a higher level when we don't go through these struggles. Consider the journey of a butterfly and the Chinese bamboo tree. Do your own research. A lesson in growth and transformation. A huge lesson in growth and transformation. Life often feels like an endless cycle of struggles, waiting, and then many a time breakthroughs also. Sometimes we wonder why our efforts aren't yielding results or why success seems to come so easily for others while we remain stuck. But you see, nature has given us two powerful metaphors that teach us about the beauty of transformation. That is patience and perseverance. Unfortunately, we don't take these things, consider them, and see the growth in them for our lives. That is the journey of a butterfly and the growth of a Chinese bamboo tree. The journey of a butterfly, the struggle before the flight, is not an amazing thing for the butterfly in the beginning. A butterfly's life begins as a tiny egg, barely noticeable. From there, this tiny egg that is barely noticeable hatches into a caterpillar, spending days crawling and consuming leaves, preparing for its next stage. Then comes the most challenging and mysterious part, the cocoon stage. Inside the cocoon, the butterfly completely dissolves before transforming into something new. It no longer resembles what it once was. The process is uncomfortable, dark, and lonely. But this phase is necessary because without it, the butterfly will never develop wings. When the butterfly is finally ready, it must struggle to break free from the cocoon. In order for this butterfly to break free from the cocoon, it must struggle. This struggle strengthens its wings so that once it emerges, it can soar. Without that struggle, the butterfly won't develop wings. If someone tries to help it by cutting the cocoon open, the butterfly will never gain the strength it needs to fly. Am I telling you about your life story? Let's continue. What is the lesson in here for you and I? Growth is often painful. You've been so comfortable with your old self that any other thing that would make you into the new version of yourself will come as a struggle. If life is challenging you, maybe it's preparing you to soar to new heights. And then we equally have the growth of the Chinese bamboo tree, the power of patience. The Chinese bamboo tree is a lesson in faith, patience, and unseen progress. When a farmer plants a bamboo seed, nothing happens for the first year. the whole year. Whereas other farmers went to plant maize and cassava and other things, and they've been able to harvest in the first year of a Chinese bamboo tree, nothing happens. No sprout, no sign of life. The farmer keeps watering and nurturing the soil, yet nothing in the second year also. The third year passes, then the fourth. Still, there is no visible growth. Most people will give up, just like you want to give up, but I dare you not to. The farmer might think the tree will never grow if he or she hasn't researched about the lifespan of a Chinese bamboo tree. But in the fifth year, something incredible happens. The bamboo tree suddenly sprouts and grows up to 90 feet in just a few weeks. The same seed that couldn't sprout the first, second, third, fourth year will all of a sudden sprout and grows up to 90 feet in just a few years. That is when many people will think, oh, life is good for him and for her. They didn't know the beginning, the story of that person. Was the tree doing nothing all those years? No. During those silent years, it was growing strong, deep roots underground, building a foundation to support its rapid rise. Can you imagine a tree that is 90 feet in height? If the foundation is not strong, any wind will scatter that, bring it back to ground zero. Win in silence. Let them think you are losing. Let them think nothing is happening in your life. And they will have the shock of their lives in some few years to come. If only you will not fold your hands and accept something somewhere, someone somewhere to come and live your life for you. But if only you pursue your dreams, then trust me, like the Chinese bamboo tree, that time will come that you sprout rapidly. Your silence will be more powerful than proving any points. Another lesson, just because you don't see progress doesn't mean growth isn't happening. That is where a lot of people get it all wrong. Just because they can't see what you're working about, the magnitude of the result doesn't mean inwardly growth is not taking place. Success takes time, and unseen efforts would one day pay off. The common thread is growth requires struggle and patience. Both the bamboo tree and the butterfly teach us that, number one, growth takes time. Transformation isn't instant, it's a process. It is because many people share their stories and they are telling you of their today. You don't know all those years that they had to work without seeing any result. Number two, struggles make us stronger. Just like the butterfly needs to fight to fly, our challenges prepare us for success. Number three, like the bamboo tree, sometimes we must wait and trust that our efforts will bear fruit. And that is patience is key. If you are working and you think whatever you're doing won't bring you the needed results, you won't get a right mindset and attitude to work at it. But if you know, as long as you are on this quest, you are putting in the effort, it doesn't matter how long it takes. Your results show. It even shapes your mindset to do it right. So patience is key. If you feel like you are struggling in a cocoon or waiting for your bamboo tree to grow, don't you give up. Keep pushing, keep growing, because when the time is right, you will spread your wings and rise higher than you ever imagined. Your journey is unfolding exactly as it should. Your journey is unfolding exactly as it should. Trust the process. Whatever area of your life you are working on will need time to manifest massively. Be consistent, focused, and determined, and watch what your life would amount to. We live in a world that celebrates instant results. People come from nowhere and they make you feel like nothing is happening in your life. Something is happening. Something really is happening. Their results might not be instant, but because they can't share the full details of their life, you think it's instant. And because of that, you look down upon your journey. No, don't. We want quick success, overnight transformations, and immediate rewards, instant gratification. But let me ask you, have you ever seen a tree grow to full height in a day? Have you ever seen a champion rise without years of practice? Anything you see somebody doing publicly and they do it so well, chances are they've spent between 5 to 10 years to practice that you never saw. They've done intense practice privately, and that is why they are excelling publicly. The truth is, any area of your life that you are working on, whether it's your finances, career, health, relationships, or personal growth, it would require time for change to manifest massively. If only you be consistent, focused, and determined, the results will definitely come. There is power in consistency. Imagine dripping water on a rock. One drop alone does nothing. But if water drips in the same spot, day after day, it slowly cuts through solid stone. That is the power of consistency. You won't see results from one workout, but train daily and your body will transform. You won't master a skill in just one attempt, but keep practicing and you become an expert. You won't build wealth overnight, but consistent small choices will lead to financial freedom. Greatness is not built in a single moment. It is built through small, repeated actions over time. So you see, focus is very, very important. We live in a world full of distractions, social media, people's opinions, people who come to your life giving you advice as if you don't know what you're about, just because they don't see the results they're expecting to see. And they tell you things that they have no idea. They've never walked in your shoes, but they think they are better people to tell you what to do with your life because they don't see the results they anticipated. A world full of distractions, social media, opinions, self-doubt, even fear of failure. All these things can pull us away from our goals. But the ones who succeed are the ones who keep their eyes on the prize. Everybody wants the prize, but it's a few people that are willing and ready to pay the price. Keep your eyes on the prize, no matter what. Focus on progress, not perfection. Focus on solutions, not setbacks. Focus on your mission, not the world around you, not the noise around you. What you focus on expands. So if you keep your focus on growth, discipline, and persistence, you will manifest success in any area of your life. There is strength in determination. There would always be obstacles. There would be moments when you feel like giving up. But remember this: every great success story is built on determination. Thomas Edison failed over 1,000 times before inventing the light bulb that you and I use today. J.K. Rowling was rejected 12 times before publishing Harry Potter. You know Oprah Winfrey? She was told she wasn't good for television. Today, she owns a whole network. These people didn't quit. They stayed determined. And because they refused to give up, the world knows their names today. You want the world to know your name? Be determined. The same applies to you and I. If we stay determined, nothing can stop us. Finally, brothers and sisters, whatever area of your life you are working on, keep going. Be consistent. Small effort every day lead to big results. Small efforts every day lead to big results. Stay focused, ignore distractions, and keep your eyes on the goal. Be determined. No matter how many times you fail, rise up and march on regardless. Change takes time. But if you stay on the path, the results will surely come. And when they do, they would be massive. Your success is not a matter of if, it is only a matter of when. Keep pushing, believing, and one day you will look back and realize that every effort, every struggle, and every sacrifice was worth it. Until I come your way again, in my next video, watch another video from my channel. And much love and blessings.